This is Dixie with DC Papercraft, and I'm making a video for you today on some basic distress ink blending techniques. And I forgot to turn on some lights. That's better. Okay, so distress inks, very cool, very blendable. They're transparent, translucent, and they blend beautifully. So let me show you basic blending technique. I like to start with my lightest color, and this is an ink blending tool and a foam, not felt. Foam is for ink, felt is for alcohol inks. So I'm just going to tap it or rub it on my pad, pick up some ink, and then I am going to start off. See, I've already made a mistake. I'm going to start off of my mat and come onto my mat using circular motions. So start out here, and you avoid those harsh lines that are almost impossible to blend away. Let me show you what I mean. No matter how much I blend that, I've got these harsh lines in there. So if you come to your pad and start here and start blending, you've got a rectangle that you just can't get rid of. So we want to start off of our tag on the mat and come in a circular motion. So there's mustard seed. I'm just going to trade out foam and go to broken china. Again, I'm going to start off. I'm going to come in and blend it. I want some broken china down here, but I also want to blend it into the yellow and get green. They layer on top of each other. When they're wet, instead of layering, they blend, and so you really get some good new colors out of it. Okay, and maybe I'll bring a little bit up here. That's broken china. And then fired brick. Red, yellow, and blue. And so what I'm doing is getting orange and a little bit of purple. Bring it down here. Okay, so that looks good to me. And then the last thing I like to do is I always like to add a dark edge with, I like walnut stain because it helps to draw the eye into the center. And there's two ways that you can do this. You can do small circles on the edge of your mat and tag. It gives you a little more noticeable edge, or you can pick it up and just get the edge. You see the difference? Here's the one that I just did the edge, and the rest of it's the circles. Okay, so here's my tag. Pretty smooth blending, not a lot of lines. Your colors kind of fade in and out of each other. Now let's talk about water. If I want to add water to this, distress inks are meant to be very reactive with water, and it is one of the biggest differences between this brand of dye ink and all the others on the market. So I'm going to take a water bottle and I'm going to do a technique called Spritz and Flick. And the key to getting good results with this is to spritz the water here in your hand, let it pool here, and then flick it off the end of your fingers. That way you get droplets of water and not globs of water. Don't want globs of water, you want droplets of water. Let me show you how that's on there. And as the water sits on the ink, it pushes it out and it gives you kind of a bleaching effect. So you start to pick up a lot of texture. The longer you let it sit there, the more it bleaches out. So I'm going to start drying it using the Heat It tool by Ranger. Just going to start to pick up some of those bigger water droplets. And if I wanted to, I could continue with that technique till I like what I've got here. So go play and have fun with your inks.